You already know it's Molove, and I'm back at it again with a positive message. So let's get straight to it. The 80-20 rule. You perhaps may have heard about it before, because this actually applies to many different things, right? Like, for example, shit, the music just cut off for me. Whatever. Like, for example, you wear 20% of the clothes in your wardrobe 80% of the times. Another example, I'll use cricket. 80% of the runs are usually made by 20% of the players. For example, 80% of your results comes from 20% of your investments, your actions, etc. For example, you get the gist. But I'm talking about in relationship, the 80-20 rule. Yes, temporarily you might find it cool, but in the end, you may look like the fool. Let me explain. The 80-20 rule. Now, this is a very important rule to understand if you're in a relationship. Why? Because listen, straight up, in any relationship, whether you be the female, whether you be the male, right? It matters not how sweet, okay fellas, it matters not how sweet she look, right? How fat her booty is, whatever. Listen, you're always gonna see that other female out there that has that 20% that your girl or your wife don't have, or you're not seeing. That's all you're always gonna find that female out there with that 20%. No. What happens, and why I'm dropping this video so that you don't make that mistake, because I have, many others have, and I'm sure they're regretting it, right? So, we have our 80. But then we see this 20 out there, and maybe that 20 maybe she have a little fatter booty, maybe her skin look better, maybe she have a sexier walk, maybe she have cuter toes, maybe she thicker legs, nicer feet, nicer nose. The list goes on and on, right? That's that 20, right? So you start looking at your 80 like, I love you now. If you only had that would make you 100, right? But that's the thing. You will never get that 100 though. Ever. It goes both ways, but I'm going to stick on the fellas first, because I've been down this road. You feel me? So now you end up leaving this 80 for that 20. You're not seeing it like that initially, right? You just seen it like, you know all about, you done, accustomed whatever, and you seen. You're not realizing that you're seeing that 20% though. You leave your 80 for that 20. Right? Fine and dandy for a little while, because now you're enjoying that 20% that you think you was missing. And then what happens? Don't last. More often than not, it don't last. And then what's worse, you left your 80 for a 20, right? No, your 20 is going to now leave you for her 80. Let me run that back. You left your 80% for that 20%, right? And then now that 20% is going to leave you for her 80. And again, it goes both ways. Ladies, you with your fellow, right? But then you see this dude out there, boy. Maybe he got more money. This is the 20%, eh? He got a little more, maybe he got more money, a lot more, whatever. Nice car, nice job, career, taller. Maybe he buffer. Maybe he got a nice chest like more. Maybe he You think he packing more than your guy. You dish your 80. Maybe he got a nicer career. Maybe you get tired of being with this 80%, but this 80% giving you 100 though. Right? Then you end up leaving that 80%, you know, for that 20%. Again, most of the times it don't last. Right? And then no, that 20%, no, your 20%, no, end up leaving you for your 80%. What's the whole moral of the story? The whole moral of the story is this, right? If you're in a relationship with somebody, right, and you've done your evaluations and stuff, and you see this person as a good fit for you, don't be too quick to jump over the fence or look over the fence, right? Because you see something else over there that might be glittering over there, or might look a little more appealing. Don't be so quick to dish your 80 for that 20. However, yes, there may be instances that you with a 20 and that's your 80. But again, you have to make that evaluation and that analysis for yourself. Most of the times it's not that though. Most of the times you're with your 80 and you're ready to jump and leave your 80 and look over the fence for that 20. Right? You're looking over the fence because maybe the landscaping over there looking a little more appealing. The grass looking greener, more luscious. Flowers blooming. So you want to leave because maybe you got some weeds there, you know. You got a few little littering going on, you know, a little, you know. The lawn not looking as luscious as the other one. But then why not water your garden? Why not water your garden? So that you can get it to look like that one. Or even better. Huh? See my point? Listen, the 80-20 rule. Temporarily it may seem cool. But in the end, you may look like the fool. Because you know what? You might end up leaving her for that 20 because, you know, you probably feel like, yeah, man, this girl look better, She smart or whatever. And then you leave her. And she end up leaving you for her 80, right? And then the 20 that you leave, though, you cross paths with her a couple years down the road. And then temporarily it seemed cool. But now who looking like the fool? Because your 20 don't leave you for her 80. And now your 80 that you left, you watching her, and you know for sure you ain't getting that back. Because guess what? They got a hard alpha dude next to her. You know she getting porn right. You know she getting treat right. She way thicker than how you left her. The 80-20 rule. Temporarily, it may seem cool. You know? You bust off on him. You getting new D. You know? You feeling good. New experience, whatever. You know, forgetting probably all the investments that guy put into you when, you know, it goes both ways. Just something to think about. Because I know this is something that has happened a lot, right? Water your own garden is basically the message here. If you're in a relationship, water your own garden. If you realize it's not working, walk away. If it's toxic, walk away. If he or she narcissistic, walk away. But don't walk away just because you're busy looking over the other fence while you're not minding your own business at home. That's the message. You have a great day.